What's up, guys? Season no talk. Sam here to bring guys an episode 6 review of Binbogami. Yeah, really nothing much to talk about in this episode because as far as the first part goes, yeah, really nothing that much to talk about. I mean, Ichiko finds Subaki, or Suabaki rather. Um, Suabaki's injured. Momoji gets some of Ichiko's happiness energy, and then she uses some of that happiness energy to um, heal Suabaki, and then Suabaki and Ichiko go back to Keita's siblings, and yeah, happy ending. And then the second part, pretty much continuing after that, where Ichiko's like in a really really depressed state to the point where like everyone's just getting freaked out and everyone's just well, especially Momoji, she's like literally getting annoyed that Ichiko is like completely depressed and she's not her actual self. So she pretty much does various things to try to get Ichiko back to her normal self, and then it doesn't end up working. And then the reason why she's like completely out of it is because she didn't end up getting give she didn't end up having the chance to give back to Abaki his handkerchief, and she's like completely nervous to go over there and give it to him, and then she's like literally she was standing at the front of his house like about 3 minutes or so until Suabaki appeared, and then she's like completely flustered, busted, or yeah, she's pretty much like really nervous to give it back to him, and then she ends up having the courage to give it back to him, and then she's pretty much back to her normal self, and then she sees that her entire apartment is in like in a it's like pretty much a pigsty, and then she beats the crap out of everyone, and like Momoji's like happy that she's back to her normal stuff, and that's pretty much the episode in a nutshell. But yeah, really, other than that, nothing really much to talk about. I mean, there were a few funny parts in this episode, but for the most part, this episode was just straight, serious, straight, deep, actually pretty. It was kind of deep in a way, um, because of the stuff that how Shuabaki was like literally almost on the verge of death, and if he died, then his siblings would just pretty much become kind of like Ichiko in the sense where that Ichiko never sees her parents, and she pretty much really doesn't really have you know relatives in a sense. So because Kate is like the only relative they have because their parents are gone too, just like Ichiko. So, but yeah, there were some funny parts in this episode. There was yet again another Dragon Ball Z reference, but to be honest, I actually didn't mind it. It was pretty short, and it wasn't really over the top compared to I think last episodes, and I believe episodes five's parody of of Dragon Ball Z, where like fucking Bobby tried to like attempt to get Ichiko back to the way she was, and pretty much just broke their breast, and then he like literally exploded like as if like he was Nappa, and like pretty much he exploded in the sense that it was like when Vegeta was blasting Nappa into like Mincemeat, and then just he was like Nappa, and then Inugami tried to fucking get Ichiko back to the way he was by setting himself up to be tortured, but Ichiko just ends up fucking untying him, and then just goes straight to bed, and then he's like, I can't do this, and then Momoji tried multiple times to do it, and it was just fucking hilarious. And also, oh, and I forgot to mention that like when I forgot the lady's name, but pretty much Momoji's boss like was trying to tell her, listen, this is taking too long. I think we should get um a new poverty god to do this task because you're taking ridiculously long. You're taking a really long time to get Ichiko's happiness energy, and then like she's pretty much karaokeing she's pretty much karaokeing the ending song of Binbogami God, which I was like, but yeah, other than that, this episode was alright. As far as the next episode is concerned, I'm assuming we're going to get introduced to, I believe, the last character from, I guess, the poverty world or something. So, and she seems pretty manly because the episode title is like something like, "Is this?" I don't remember, but it has something to do with being a manly girl or something. So I'm assuming this chick is like going to be some manly chick that it's karate and just going to fuck with Momoji and Ichiko in some way. So Anyway, what were your thoughts on the episode? Leave any comments below regarding this episode or in Binbogami Guy in general, and or your predictions for next week's episode. And also, I love how there was no why there wasn't that Nadeshiko something or other where we pretty much had to look where she pretty much tells the viewers where she was in the episode, which I don't think she actually appeared in this episode because yeah, because she pretty much made this bullshit excuse that like, oh, due to time constraints, you could just try to find Nadeshko on your set by yourself. So, that was kind of funny. So, anyway, that's all I got for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.